get on in here. Is it Friday?
It is Friday. It is Friday.
It is November the 8th. So glad you're here. Here's what we're working on this morning. Welland has joined a growing list of communities asking the province for tougher actions on encampments.
The wait is over. Brantford's Costco opens this morning.
And Grammy nominations is going to be announced a little bit later this morning. And my glasses are absolutely filthy on this Friday morning. Brian,
here you are.
Thank you.
Foggy.
He's coming over. He probably can't see a thing. That's why he has to come over right away. There you are.
He's just going towards the sound of your voice.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's like I'm over
like
here.
The best cleaner.
Okay.
He does have the best cleaner.
He does have a good cleaner. Okay. Sorry, guys. Are we on?
Yeah. Can you do my contacts now?
How are we doing? It is a Friday, isn't it?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Okay.
We need this weekend coming up, I think.
I think so. And even, yesterday was a little bit cooler, Brian, but still the sun was out. I still found it really pleasant for the 7th of November.
Yeah, not bad at all. We got to 13 degrees yesterday, so that's above seasonal for this time of year. I know it was a little bit cooler. It wasn't a record breaker for a change. But yeah, we had the sun. A bit of a breeze picked up, but not too bad. But yeah, 13 yesterday. Today, we're going to hit 13 degrees again, so pretty much the same. However, we're going to have a little bit more cloud cover for the day. We're going to call it a mostly cloudy sky. I mean, the skies are clear right now, but we are going to see some cloud cover rolling in. We're not looking at precipitation for the day today. That's going to hold off today, tomorrow. Looks like Sunday we'll get some showers pushing in. But so enjoy the bit of sun today. Lots of sun for tomorrow, but it will be a fair bit cooler. As I said, we're sitting at 6 degrees right now. Looking at traffic this morning, we've got nothing to show you. Things are moving nicely. It's Friday. Volume's a little bit lighter. That's the 403 Waterdown Road. Nothing to see right there. Just a few MTO traffic cameras. Nikola Tesla Boulevard, Toronto bound toward the Skyway Bridge away from us. Now Toronto bound towards us, getting a bit busier now than the last time I checked. And east of 4th, Toronto bound towards us once again, doing fine. So not a lot going on this morning. Please take it carefully. We'll look at weather and traffic coming up. Right now, the news.
All right, thanks, Brian. Let's get into the news, and let's start in Welland because their mayor has joined other mayors right across the province asking for the government to use the notwithstanding clause to deal with encampments. The request would allow Welland to pass temporary bylaws focused on enhancing public safety while also supporting those experiencing homelessness. Welland has been working with regional partners in Niagara to offer services and also expand shelters. But Mayor Frank Campion, he believes more can be done with provincial support. 12 mayors, including Matt Cisco of St. Catharines, they have sent a letter to the Ontario government asking for tougher laws to address encampments, homelessness, and addiction. Toronto's Olivia Chow, Hamilton's Andrew Horvath, they did not sign the letter. We're going to be joined by Mayor Horvath a little bit later this morning on Morning Live.
3 weeks after the death of another beluga whale at Marineland, the Ontario government says water issues are under control. This is after a recent investment. The province's chief animal welfare inspector confirms that, to her understanding, the deaths of marine mammals at the Niagara Falls Park are not linked to water quality. 5 belugas have died in the last year, 17 of them since late 2019. Now, 3 other belugas sold to a Connecticut aquarium in 2021 have since died as well. And Kiska, the last captive killer whale in Canada, died in April of last year.
The Teachers Union is calling for the resignation of 4 Brant Haldeman Norfolk Catholic School Board trustees. It's after about $50,000 was spent on a European trip to buy religious art for new schools. Just over $1,600 was spent on a single meal. The trip costs, which did not include the $100,000 for the art pieces, they have caused public outcry. Carlo Fortino of the Catholic Teachers Association says trust in the board's leadership, that has been lost.
My membership, members of the community, parents, students, they have lost confidence in the leadership of this board. And so we feel as if in order to get a fresh start again and maybe redirect our efforts back to supporting students and staff, that the right thing to do is for these trustees to resign. The sentiment was that this was needless and it was extravagant and an unnecessary expense. You don't have to go to Italy to get art for a school.
So the Minister of Education's office tells CHCH News that a governance review of Brant Haldeman Norfolk Catholic District School Board is underway. The statement adds, quote, "We expect every school board to be responsible stewards of taxpayer dollars."
A 13-year-old boy from Oakville is missing this morning. Halton police say Daniel Sagan was last seen near a townhouse complex on Tansley Drive around 5 yesterday afternoon. He is 5'7" with black hair and was wearing a black sweatshirt, red pajama pants, and white Nike running shoes. He may be carrying a black backpack. Well, the wait is over. The city of Brantford finally getting its own Costco. Simone Gavros joins us from Brantford now with the details. And Simone, we understand that this one has some new things that most Costcos don't.
Yeah, Annette, this location has a number of new amenities, including a sushi bar, the first of that kind in Ontario. But you can see here behind me that the lineup has already started here, and this location doesn't open until 7 a.m. today. So these are some early risers looking forward to get some new deals. Now I'm here with Michelle and Jackson. You guys are here bright and early. Tell me about what you guys are looking forward to.
Just that we have a Costco and we shop a lot at the other Costcos in town, and I thought mother, son, good morning fun, and he thinks he's not going to school, and we're just going to shop and get some Christmas shopping done and
That's awesome.
Have some fun.
And I know that some of the locals also you guys got flyers in the mail as well. So, you know, what does this mean for you guys to be able to have this location so close? Because the other locations aren't as close to you guys.
We live down the street, so this is going to be pretty awesome. We're going to be here daily to get sushi. I heard there's a sushi bar. I don't even know what that looks like, but I think we're going to be here a lot for rotisserie chickens and sushi.
Amazing. Yeah. Well, you know, this location does have a number of those amenities that we do know and love, and this is just one of those 5 locations that are in this area. But there's going to be that ribbon cutting ceremony that happens this morning at 6:15, and this location has a number of those amenities that we know and love, as well as 800 parking spots, a range of beer, wine, and ready-to-drink cocktails, 24 gas pumps, which already made their debut back in October, and it's also created 180 permanent jobs and 80 seasonal jobs. So far here on location, we have the local MP, the MPP, Brantford Mayor Kevin Davis is here as well. So we're going to get those interviews throughout the morning and speak to some more customers that are here bright and early for the Brantford's opening of their Costco. For now, things back over to you, Annette.
Okay, thanks very much. Well, authorities in Amsterdam say anti-Semitic rioters, quote, actively sought out Israeli supporters to attack and assault them. This was at a soccer match last night. Reports say Dutch fans became angry moments before kickoff when Tel Aviv supporters disrupted a moment's silence held in memory of the victims of the deadly floods recently in Spain. At least 60 Israeli supporters were injured. The violence was condemned as being anti-Semitic by leaders of both the Netherlands and Israel. Israel says it's sending planes to the Dutch capital to fly the fans home. There's no immediate word on the number of arrests, although we do know that at least 5 people have been arrested.
Okay, this leads us into Sportsline, and we are match day -1 from Forge SC trying to win another Canadian Premier League title. That happens tomorrow afternoon in Calgary against Cavalry FC, but they were celebrating last night at the CPL Awards with a couple of big wins.
The winner of the 2024 Player of the Year is a repeat offender, Tristan Borges.
Forge midfielder Tristan Borges repeats the Player of the Year honors. He won it back in the first season of the CPL back in 2019 with his second win last night. 26-year-old in his 5th season with the Hammers, led the team with 8 goals and 6 assists in 24 games, lifting them to the CPL Shield as the top team in the regular season. So Borges, he beat out 4 other players, including 2 of his teammates in Kyle Becker and Alessandro Javrapor. Well, the honors didn't stop there, as finally Forge manager Bobby Smirtiotis received Coach of the Year honors. Hard to believe the 45-year-old has never received the honor despite being nominated every year the league has existed. The shock is that he has led his team to the finals in each and every year, and they're going for their 5th title this year. He beat out Cavalry manager Tommy Wheeldon, who he will face tomorrow afternoon in the CPL from a sold-out Atco Fields in Calgary. So kickoff on that goes at 3 p.m., and you can watch it on CBC or One Soccer. Big news off the ice for the Canadian Hockey League as the NCAA has lifted the ban on them playing college hockey after playing junior hockey in Canada. So the NCAA in the past considered the CHL, which includes the OHL, WHL, and QMJHL, a pro league because of the very modest stipends given to players. But changes made to the college game with players being compensated for their likeness has changed that, with implementation happening next August. All right, let's go to the ice because it was a rare off night for the Niagara Ice Dogs this season at the Meridian Center on Thursday. The Erie Otters, they dominated the second period, scoring 6 times en route to a dominating 9-3 win over the first place Dogs. It is a busy weekend for Niagara, so they host Sarnia tonight with their banner raising for 2 St. Catharines legendary players in Marcel Dion and Brian Cullen. Then Niagara is off to Brantford to face the Bulldogs on Saturday.
Reaching back and picking it up is Mark Scheifele. Velarde scores!
To the NHL ice, there's no stopping the Winnipeg Jets right now. Gabriel Velarde scored the only goal of the night in the PEG as the Jets would beat Colorado 1-0 despite them hanging on for dear life at the end with the Avs try for the equalizer at the end of the third. But Connor Hellebuck standing tall, making 35 saves for his second straight shutout. Winnipeg, they're 13-1. They become only the second team in NHL history to win 13 of their first 14 games.
3rd and goal. Jackson running around. Little jump pass, touchdown.
And we finish up a very entertaining start to Week 10 in the NFL season with a Thursday nighter from Baltimore, where Lamar Jackson would toss 4 touchdown passes, including one in the final minute, to put the Ravens up over Cincinnati. But give Joe Burrow and the Bengals credit. They did not give up as he hooks up with Jamar Chase right here for their 3rd TD of the night together, and Burrow is 4th. So they're down by 1. They could kick a field goal and go to overtime. They go for the 2-point conversion. They don't get it. Baltimore, they win it. 35-34, sit atop the AFC North at 7-3. Bengals fall to 4-6. First place, Buffalo Bills in Indianapolis on Sunday.
All right, good morning. 12 minutes after 6 o'clock. It is Friday, and we made it, and we're looking at traffic first, then we'll get to our forecast for today and the weekend to come. Looks good here, 403 Waterdown Road. No changes really. It's pretty light volume. I mean, it's busy, but it's still pretty light so far today. That's our exclusive camera. Here's the QEW Highway 406 into St. Catharines. Nothing there. Same with Nikola Tesla, still doing fine. East of Bronte, Toronto bound towards us now. Same here at the Ford plant. We did have a disabled vehicle heading Toronto bound, which is away from us. That's why you have a fair bit of volume right here. It was just the backlog. The vehicle is gone, and that is starting to clear a little bit right now. Speaking of clear, that's exactly the way the skies are this morning. Clear skies. Temperature is cool, cooler than yesterday. Yesterday we were 9. We're sitting at 6 right now. Bit of a breeze, southwest 20 to 30, but that's going to shift later on today, bring in some cooler air. But yeah, skies are fairly clear. For school today, 13 degrees will be the high, pretty much where we got to yesterday. It will be fairly cloudy throughout the day. It's going to get cloudy as the morning goes on. That wind will be northwest today, 20 gusting to 40. So as I said, it's going to shift around. The reason for that is that cold front going through. It's going to shift around the winds, bring in some cooler temperatures, and you'll notice that tonight into tomorrow. But at least for tomorrow, we should have a fair bit of sunshine. Today, temperatures 12, 13, 14 degrees. As I said, sun will start, and then we'll get more cloud cover pushing in as the morning goes on. Tonight, skies will be clear, but it's going to be cool. 4 for Niagara, 0 to -2 in some areas, even -5 for Kitchener and Guelph. So it's going to be a chilly start to the day tomorrow. And then tomorrow, cool. 7, 8, and 9. Depending on where you are, but we will have a fair bit of sunshine, light winds. So yeah, if you don't mind the cool temperatures, pretty nice day for tomorrow. So out the door, 8th morning of November, it is clear, mild. When I say mild, 6, that's way above a seasonal overnight low for this time of year. So at least it's on the mild side this morning. We'll look at the long range for the weekend, the rest of the weekend coming up. Annette, Tim.
Thank you, Brian.
All right, off and running on your Friday. Coming up after the break, check in with Emily, see what's going on in Chit Chat today. Also in business news, StatsCan will release its October labor force survey a little bit later this morning. That and other biz news in 2. Well, there's our friend Emily.
Hello.
Hi. Hi, good morning.
What's going on today?
Well, we are going to be talking about the Grammys because those nominations come out this morning. Not sure if we'll get it in time for show. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's always kind of like right.
I think it's 11 o'clock. They're supposed to come out.
Oh, so we're going all the way till 11? Morning Live?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just going to be you.
Well, Emily can.
Yeah, no, it's just going to be Tim.
Yeah, I'll just be
And
here.
you hold down the fort.
Just staring at the screen, just waiting for those Grammy noms to come in.
Yeah, well, we're going to be talking about that, and we're also going to be discussing the brand new 007 bar in London. If you want your martini shaken and stirred, well, shaken or stirred, you can go here.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see you at that big old red couch in a little bit.
I'll be there.
Coming up on 6:17, here's some numbers for you. Canadian dollar is down 14 basis points this morning, still trading around 72 cents US. Gold down 10 bucks, 26.95.80 an ounce. Crude oil down $1.13, 71.23 a barrel. Off to Europe. Hey, Europe, it's Friday. Markets not looking too good though. Nothing too substantial, but they are down in London, Frankfurt, and Paris.
In Asia, markets were up in Tokyo today, but down in Hong Kong and Shanghai. Checking North American markets, the TSX, a slighter gain, just over 200 points. The Dow is down like by half a point, that's it. And the NASDAQ is up triple digits.
What a change from Wednesday for the Dow Jones. All right, let's get into business news on this Friday. Glad you're here. October job numbers, they're going to be due out a little bit later this morning. RBC is forecasting the economy added 15,000 jobs, with the unemployment rate rising back up to 6.6%. So it had dipped slightly to 6.5 in September. Canadian job market has loosened significantly as high interest rates have restrained economic growth. Bank of Canada, which cut its key interest rate by 1.25% since June, now says it wants to see the economy rebound. RBC expects the unemployment rate to hit 7% next year before dropping again.
For the first time in more than 3 years, rents are down slightly across the country. Rentals.ca says rents for all residential property types fell by 1.2% in October from a year ago. Most of the drops in new rents were in cities in Ontario and BC. The average rent in Canada is just over $2,100 a month. That's down about $50 since July.
Well, let's give you an update on what's going on in BC with the port strike. Yeah, negotiations set to resume this weekend to address the labor dispute that has really stalled cargo at BC's ports. So a union representative confirmed they were ordered back to the bargaining table with the BC Maritime Employers Association. Federal mediators, they will join the talks tomorrow afternoon. Federal Labor Minister Stephen McKinnon had earlier criticized a lack of progress in talks, really describing concerning lack of urgency. His office did not immediately return a request for comment.
A former USTD employee in the bank's anti-money laundering department has been charged for distributing customer information on the Telegram messaging app. The Manhattan District Attorney alleges that Darius Sewell's phone contained images of 255 checks with the names of customers and other customers' personal information. Sewell is accused of distributing the information on Telegram, telling others to open bank accounts to deposit the checks and split the profits with her. A TD spokeswoman says the employee was terminated and the bank has cooperated fully with U.S. authorities.
Lots going on down south for our friends down there this week, and some news from the Federal Reserve says that they cut interest rates by 1/4 of a point. So this is the second rate cut this year. Back in September, the American Central Bank cut rates by 1/2 point. The Reserve kept rates at a 2-decade high for a year just to really rein in inflation before the first rate cuts. Inflation, well, it's been falling, but not as quickly as expected.
Hey, taking a quick break right now. Brian is back with traffic and your 7-day forecast. We'll see how things are shaping up for the weekend.
There it is, 6:24 right in the button. Let's get to our MTO traffic cameras. The Skyway Bridge, the Burlington Skyway Bridge, this is on the Hamilton side. Start with that camera because it is getting a fair bit slower as you're heading Toronto bound towards us. Back into St. Catharines, the 405 and the QEW looks good. Ahead to east of 4th again, no problems. Sheraton looks good through Mississauga. Dipping into the 403 going through Mississauga. This is the camera just west of Mavis. No problems on the highways or in town Hamilton. Hamilton at the moment, so we're looking pretty good. Let's get to our temperatures. We'll count them down for you. 6 Hamilton, 7 Mississauga, 8 Grimsby, 9 for Toronto. Seasonal temperatures this time of year are 8 for the daytime high, +1 for the overnight low. So we are above seasonal to start a morning here. Those are our sun times for the day today and records for today. Oh, no records today. And it's going to be a fairly cloudy day. And so for school today, we should be 10 degrees by the first bell. We will see that cloud encroach because the skies are clear right now, but the clouds will push in, and then mainly cloudy and 12 degrees for after school. So the long range forecast, 13 will be the high for today, mainly cloudy. 0 overnight tonight. It's going to be a chilly start tomorrow and a cool day. That's below seasonal, sunny and 7. Showers roll in for Sunday. Temperature pops up to 13. Looking at a fairly cloudy day on Monday for Remembrance Day. Could see a bit of sun, but then it's back to sunshine. Cool temperatures, 6 Tuesday, 8 Wednesday, and Thursday. That's your forecast. Annette, Tim.
Okay,
all right.
We're going to go back to Halloween for just a moment.
We're going back in time?
We're going back.
Ooh, join us.
And we've got video of back in time. Oh. It's a video that's gone viral of a black bear or somebody in a really, really good costume going trick-or-treating.
Video from a front porch. This is in Connecticut. Hi there. It shows the bear swiping a basket filled with treats from the porch, scattering some of the sweets in the process. Okay, so we're watching them. Where's the... Oh, there they are right there. Okay, yeah. Ooh,
hello. Yes, I would like to take this whole thing.
That's a good collection there. What you looking at? So he paused a little bit before grabbing the pumpkin and then fleeing the scene, leaving behind a trail of candy chaos. He was just looking for the bare necessities, right? Simple bare necessities.
Yeah, it's grisly.
What?
It's grisly.
What is?
Your joke.
Oh. Friday?
Yeah,
okay.
It's Friday.
Yeah, right. Roll the break. Get out of here. We'll see you in a couple.